Hey guys, my name is SENIAC and welcome back to a sunny city and another episode of Cities Skylines, where guys, we have, well, I wouldn't say a problem just yet, but we have a huge, and I mean it's almost a city breaking problem that is going to occur very shortly. Now, I say it's a city breaking problem because it's going to stop, let me pause the game, it's going to stop our city from growing. Not growing completely, and that's purely down to the fact that if I go to education, only 11% of the total amount of citizens in our complete world are uneducated. Which, you might be thinking, SENIAC, that's not a bad thing. But you got to be thinking, factories rely on uneducated people. Now, the problem that's going to occur is our citizens are all going to get educated, and then nobody's going to want to work in the factories. But then that leads you to think, but SENIAC, you can replace those factories with offices for the educated people. But yeah, I could do that. But one of the things City Skyline does is when the demand, well, when you're kind of playing the game and you're kind of getting quite far into it, and then you no longer have any uneducated people to do these factory jobs, and you have solely educated people with only higher density areas in your city kind of becomes like a potato in a sense. It stops growing. The demands are terrible, and you can see the last few episodes our demands haven't been as amazing. You can see we're starting to get quite a lot of demands for shops because all of our educated people want to spend their money. But as much as that's a good thing, I don't want to support just having higher educated people. I do want the poor parts of the town, I do want the uneducated people, and I do want the factories, and I really don't want to lose them. So a few things I need to do to kind of not solve this problem, but for prevent it from happening, is I need to make a huge area, and I'm thinking I'm gonna take away all these shops here and turn this whole area solely into lower residential with no schools. So it's gonna be a very poor, uneducated place. Now you can see here I've got a row of houses all built in, or row of buildings, but none here, and that's been zoned for quite a while now. And you can see no people are moving in. So even though the problem hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. I've played so many times like City Skyline, like random games and stuff like that, and it's happened all the time. And I don't want this to happen in Sunny City. So even though we've got a huge demand there for commercial, we're going to get rid of it there. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to keep that demand high anyway, which should help all the other shops out anyway. And another thing we need to do is, if I go to zoning, we need to zone this whole area here as well. Now, another thing that we haven't done or even looked at is the kind of zoning the policies in the areas and then setting them to like individual locations. And we're going to mess around with that today. It's going to be pretty sweet. So we're going to keep that there zoned. What other areas do we have that we haven't zoned? I think it all looks pretty sweet to me. Yeah, all the areas are taken care of. Okay, so this is what I wanted to kind of mess around with them. Purely, we've got this. Oh, this is what I wanted to work on as well, because we have this kind of plus, this cross here of just commercial. So I'm going to zone that commercial area as well. So we have to create a new one that's going to be solely for those shops. Get that in there and going down there. So it's like a zone within a zone. Now what I wanted to do, if I click onto my policies and click on the area and go to city planning, we have stuff like this. We have big business benefactor. This will have perks for large businesses and create even more, basically only higher density buildings can build in that area. Now we've set that to solely this commercial area here. Now if I select the remaining kind of, what do you call it, residential bit around it, we're going to do high-tech housing. So this dramatically changes the landscapes. You can kind of hear the upgrades coming in thick and fast. Let's fast forward it. The upgrades are coming in. You can hear them. They're ding-a-linging, and buildings are now upgrading because we've made it that only high-tech housing can be in this area. So we're about to see a lot more skyscrapers come in. It's going to be so cool. I want to see if any big ones come in. Any huge ones just randomly appear. Look at them all upgrading. It's crazy how they upgrade so quick. And I'm going to do the same to this area too. Now, let me select it. We're going to select high-tech housing and business benefactor there because we have sold, you know, kind of both of them there. I should have really done that for this one as well, rather than zoning the individual areas. But that's fine. That's fine. But these are now going to get that ridiculous increase in boosting as well. It's so crazy. So these areas are kind of almost for the elite of the elite. Okay, so we've de-zoned all this area over here now, which it's going to cause a few problems in terms of, well, not problems so to speak, but needing, well, I need to zone it all. Power problems, that's what I'm trying to say. So we get all that in, and then we'll do this side as well. So this is solely going to be for uneducated people because we need those uneducated people in our city. We really do need them in. They are a vital part of keeping the city running because who else is going to do the terrible jobs in the city? Because it's not going to be the rich people. They ain't going to do it. So, right, we get those in. It's a fundamental part of cities anyway. You need the kind of lower residential people to live in the city purely for that reason. Okay, so while that's cracking off then, I was thinking of expanding down here of one of the many areas. How are the upgrades going on down here? Just look at these buildings, these high-tech buildings. Is this a high-tech building? This is a high-tech building! It's so good what it kind of creates and generates. It's so good. Right then, so what I wanted to do then is create another low residential area. Now then, let me see. So we need to increase our demands. So the first thing I'm going to do is make it so it's cheaper to rent in a lower residential area and make it a little bit more expensive for higher density residential there, which is going to be fine. I'm also going to quickly pause it, go into my educational view. Now, I'm going to just simply demolish a few of these schools. Now, this is purely because I need to get more uneducated people in the city. Now, that doesn't mean, oh, yeah, I'm going to make everyone uneducated. No, that's not purely the case. All these higher residential areas are going to be heavily populated with schools eventually when I get it all set up. So we just need two sides of the city because we need the poor people to basically run the industry, so to speak. Okay, so let's zoom in then. I'm going to branch off this here. We're going to create two amazing bridges. Oh, that's in the way. Right, let's move you. Let's place you over here. Link you up. Sweet. So we're going to create these two marvellous bridges that's going to link over. Is that linked? Is that straight? Yes. So bring that down to about there. And I'll do the same here as well. Okay, that's in the way as well. So let's move that over. Sweet. Right, it's going to create two marvellous bridges. Where's the snap? Aha, there's a snap. Right, sweet. So this is then going to do this way. Snap that there. And you can continue down there. And it'll connect up to a connection there. Same goes for this one. It will connect to a connection there. Now I'm thinking that's a bit too far over. So let's get rid of that road. Because what I want to do as well is if I do it about here. Have that linked up to here. Now I don't want to take it over there, I just purely want it to go. Now we'll bring it a bit more to there and then up. because if you start to get a increase in low residential people, I'm going to build another industrial area just here. So that'll be pretty sweet. So we're going to link that here as well. That'll be pretty cool. Cool. Okay, so that's going to be the new areas we're going to get set up. Anybody else moved in over here? Now, what are they complaining about? They complain about the low land value. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem because of it's cheap to live there. It's cheap to live there anyway, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We've got power problems here, so I'm going to use a bit of my special solar paneled car parks. Will they power? Is it going to power those? You need more? There we go. We've got some in there, that's fine. So, they should start moving in now when we get the uneducated people. That should be fine. So, how are these over here? Look, you can see we now got like high-tech buildings, like high-tech shops and big business with these yellow, orange things, whatever you call them. They're so cool. They are so cool. Look how many skyscrapers got in there now. It's so cool. Right, let's get this area set up then. It's going to be such a freaking sweet-ass area. Right, so let's start then with these roads. So that cuts in perfect. Sweet. And we'll get one over here too. No. And that's the best I'm going to do. Yes, like that. Now we'll get one and it cuts in. Nope, too far over. We want to maximise the areas. We want to cram all these citizens in this low residential area, the slums. There we go. I think it's easier to go from this way. I wish there was like a clone tool where I can just copy and paste it. That would be so much easier. Right, we get 3 across there. And we'll do the same this side. 3 across. How much space does that give us? Oh, that still gives us quite a bit of space. That's fine then. So we create the connections in there as well, so they're not kind of reliant on that one connection there. Sweet! Beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna go across this way. One there. One there. Oh god, these are getting terrible now. Getting a bit slappy, SENIAC. One there. And one there. And we'll have this one run through. Like that. So it's not going to be, the traffic's not going to be too terrible. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So get that all in. Right, we're going to start with that area to start with. It's going to be pretty cool. Even though we've got this area over here, which is kind of heavily densified, so to speak. Yes. Weird. Weird. But we need to get more people over here. We really do. It's not going to happen straight away because we have no demand for it. And that's because we don't have any educated, well, uneducated people. It was at 11%, so what's it at now? Where's education? 13%. So the demand, well, we're getting more and more uneducated people. So let's pause then, because what we're going to do is now place in our intersections here to link it up to the highways. So get my favorite connection, which now has an image, which it took me a while to figure it out, which is there. So just like that. We're going to get a secondary one down here. We have to get rid of the railway as well, just quickly now to fit this in, because it kind of branches out there. Sweet. Should I squeeze another one in? No, I think that's fine. We're going to need 2 there. That's perfectly fine. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Because I don't like the connections it kind of creates on the end. But that's okay. Right, so that's going to come down to here. Cut in like that. And then that can cut in like that. Get the highway and link it up. There. Do the same here. And then we finally need to do the railway, which we got that linked up to. So boom, boom. Where's the railway? Here. Now, do I make this go underground? Just to here. There we go. Just so it doesn't interfere if we ever branch off there. That's perfectly fine. So now it's got those connections. That's going to be pretty cool. We've got that linked in. We don't have any demand for it, but I'm going to zone it anyway. So let's pause that. Let's zone the whole of this area. Well, I say the whole of it. I don't really want the whole of it, do I? We need some of it to be commercial because we want them to have some shops. So let's get rid of that section there and that section there. Because this is solely going to be lower commercial. Now there is a demand for commercial, so we may see some shops move in, which may prompt some people to actually come and move in themselves because there is the shops there. You never know, and it's not too far from the industry, so you just never know. You can see the shops are now building in, which is sweet. Let's link it up to some pipes. Yeah, that's cool then. It's happening, it's happening. How is... Oh my goodness, I went a bit weird there. Nobody's moving in over here, are they? It's a weird one. And what's going on over here? You can see it's starting to happen now. We've got not enough workers. I mean, we've got more than enough people there, but it's happening. Not so much in the industry just yet, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. So the shops are here. They're moving in. They're going to need power. So wind turbines. Where can I place some? I can place a few in here. There's of course some power there. Sweet! Yeah. Now this is all a progress because it's going to take so long to kind of not fix this problem, but the problem is there. We should be getting more and more uneducated people now. We're still at 13%, so that's fine. A few people here are educated. That's okay. That's okay. Right then, so we need some attractions over here to lure the people to move in. So what have we got then? We've got monuments there. We've built all that. We've built these, haven't we? Yeah, they exist. I wish these ticked itself off. That were the kind of installed ones when we build them. We've got all these in, haven't we? Yeah, yeah. What's that? Don't exist yet. We got that in. Yeah, that exists. That exists. And what's that? That is the Berlin Tower. We don't have that in. The Berlin Tower is television tower in the centre of Berlin. Ooh, where are we going to place that in? That's got a huge radius. So it would be sweet to place it somewhere along here. With this huge radius that it has. But where do I place it? Ooh, it can fit in there. Should we try it? It's got a huge radius. How does that change the leisure around? It does dramatically. Oh, wow! That's a huge radius. That's made a lot of people happy nearby. Let me take a look at that. Let me get in on that. That is like crazy. Oh my goodness me. That is pretty sweet though. You've got to admit that's sweet. And you can hear the upgrades coming in thick and fast. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Anyone chose to move in yet? No, nobody. Well, the traffic are you going to be using this as well? So that's going to free up these junctions and stuff like that. Which hopefully turns out to be good. Okay then, so we got that in. Let's check out some of our unique parks that we haven't placed in a while. in a while. So we got stuff like a swimming pool. Hot damn. Called a police and a fireman. Swimming pool. Oh my goodness. Wait, it needs electric? It's so shiny. Why is it so shiny? It's so I don't know why it's so shiny. Oh my goodness. Right, we're getting more commercial coming in over here. We're getting an increase for offices and industry. So that would be for offices. So I think we should place in some more offices. Let's use it. Because we got all this free area around here. So let's fill all this up with offices. This can be our office area. So, offices. Yes, all the way up to there. It's not perfect, but, you know, do what you can. Oh, it's not going to be perfect. It's okay. I don't mind too much. Right, has it got water? It has water, so let's zone up to some beautiful offices. Link it to there. That's fine by me. Okay, and let those offices build them. So we can add demand there. I shouldn't really be kind of playing on the fact that to have more offices. Well, we're going to need it anyway, because we're going to have a lot more educated people. As the demand dropped yet, oh, it's at 14%, so it is decreasing. We're getting more and more people, but it's still not going to kind of spurge a wave of people moving in. So we'll just have to see how it turns out. Now, is there policies for just solely small? No, there's not. Okay, taxation. Oh, we can, yeah. All right, let's zone this area, because we haven't done that yet. Nicely done. Sweet. Okay, so policies. We're going to have, where is it? Tax relief for low residential. Okay. And we'll do the same on this side as well. So a tax relief for low residential. So not only is it low tax to be a low residential citizen in the city, but these new areas are going to have tax reliefs as well. So that should help them out greatly. Right then, what else we got then? We got the, what have we got here? Let's take a look. We got that in, we got that in. We got the Berlin Tower room, we got that in. What's next? What's this? Is Spaceship Core Campus? No. The Palace. The Spinkel Tower. The Shanghai Skyscraper. We got so many good things here. The aquarium. We could build the aquarium. Oh my goodness, where do I place the aquarium? I feel like it should be over here somewhere. I don't know why, but I feel like it should. I can get it in there, can't I? Let's check this aquarium out. I can't get a good enough angle on it. That's pretty sweet, the aquarium. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Right, so we're making so much money now, it's like ridiculous. We get no residents wanting to move in just yet. They're going to need some power, so let's put in some water turbines. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't they? Yes, some green energy right there in your face. And get a wind turbine there to kind of link over. So that should take care of those. Now, did all of our offices people move in? They're slowly doing it. Nobody still wants to increase. See there, this is the trouble we're going to have. Right, I'm going to also create a road coming here. Should I make it go under? Because I've got an idea. I'll just tell you guys in just a second. Bring it out there. To then do that road there like that. To make some garbage kind of incineration plants here. So we'll do... Wait, I can't get it in? There we go, with those two. Link them up with some water. Oh, they now got power? Oh, we're so close to them giving power as well. There we go. So that should take care of the garbage in those areas, which will be pretty fantastic. So they got all the services they need there. So our demands still dropping. Education. Still 14%, which is good. We shouldn't have any educated people over here. Well, we shouldn't have any people over here at the moment. It's still going to take a while. It's going to take a while, but we're going to future-proof our city to make sure because as you can see, we haven't had any growing demands in ages. In literally ages. So, yeah. It's tough. It's tough to balance out a city when you kind of almost fill it up so ridiculously much. So freaking ridiculously much. Just freaking grow, goddammit! Grow! You fool! Please grow. I just want a few more citizens. Man. Right, so then, I'm also been thinking about, because we've got this ridiculously high demand for commercial, making a sole high density commercial area. And I'm thinking about expanding over here. Can I buy more land? I can. Oh my goodness, I can. So what I'm going to do is pre-purchase these areas. Because, guys, in the next episode, we're going to turn this whole area here solely high-density commercial, and it's going to have the best transport links to and from the city you've ever seen. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. So freaking good. You're all going to enjoy it. But there we go, guys. So I've tried my best here to try and entice more low residential people to move in, because our industry, it will die. It will die soon. We're going to need some more plants in here. Can I not squeeze one in? That should take care of those guys. Our industry will die. It will die. So yeah, we got to keep an eye on it. We got to keep an eye on it because we haven't had a demand for residential in so long. Which, that's not a good thing, because we need the residents to grow, to actually grow the city. So yeah, it could be bad news. It could be bad news. But our education is 13%. How are they getting more educated? Right. What I'm gonna have to do is just borders, just in the not so good areas. It's solely until I get a big wave of uneducated people to move into these new areas that then I can put them back over here, and this can be our highly populated kind of area, or high educational area. And then these outer areas in the suburbs will be the low residential, low educated people. But it's going to take a while, so what I'll probably do, guys, is leave the game running until next episode, just so we can get those demands all sorted out. Because the one thing with Cities Skyline is things can get fixed, but you have to be patient and wait. Yeah, exactly. It's tough. It's a tough one to figure it out. But there we go. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, make sure you leave a big like on the video down below. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, and until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye. Let's get these greens in. Can't really do much with that at the moment. At the moment. Okay. Right, play it cool. Play it cool. Any bows? Almost. Yes. Bows. Bing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Right, let's give it the teddy bear now, because there's quite a few hearts around. quad feed. Boom.
My baby.
This is so good. Okay, boom. 9 moves remaining. Ooh.